What's up, guys? QuarterHoarder here. Out today, me, Dog Tag Doug, Mexican Doug, Jane Fond Doug, Rich Van Winkle is on the other side. We are doing this colonial house that we think goes back to around 1780 or so. The sister house, which is right next door, that goes back to 1690. We talked to that homeowner when we pulled up. We're gonna be doing that one next weekend. Super nice lady. But this house that we just got, crazy story, Doug. Do you remember last year when we did Frank and Trina's house? It was the day where Doug had his foot surgery, was not able to hunt, and I found the two flying eagle scents in your absence.
Yes.
Well,
Thank
Frank
you.
and Trina's business was hired by this house to put new windows in, and they put us in contact with this owner and got us on the spot. Just goes to show, Doug, how one homeowner can lead to another, can lead to another. In fact, Frank and Trina are going to join us here today and help detect this property because she was super into it.
She might find something good too.
There are outbuildings all over the place. It's got incredible age, lots of low-cut grass. So let's fire up the machines and go find some incredible things. Later. All right, Rich has the first find of the day. Rich, you know what's really exciting? You see that barn right behind you?
Yes.
Now, if you look at the left, you can see some of the old stonework on it.
Yep.
The neighbor whose mother lived in this house told me that P.T. Barnum used to store his animals in the winter in that barn along with some of the neighboring properties.
That is really cool.
Maybe we'll find some circus memorabilia.
Interestingly, along with that fact, Cole Brothers housed their animals for the winter right across the river in Florence.
That is interesting. Thank you for that tidbit.
Yes.
All right, let's take a look.
In the hole.
Oh, in the hole.
You can see it from here.
44, 45, 46. From my distance, it almost looked like a dog tag, but I'm guessing it's not. Rich's shadow is in the way.
I can't find, it's broken. I can't find any other pieces of it.
Is it broken because of Richard?
I don't think so. It
I don't-
doesn't look fresh.
There wasn't any other pieces.
Is that a cookie cutter?
No, it's a locket.
a
I could
locket.
see.
Ooh,
I could
I
see
can
the
see
hinge.
Hinges.
Yep.
And I didn't see a marking, but I'm guessing it's silver, because why make a heart-shaped locket that's
Yeah.
not silver?
Unless
Well-
you're a real cheapskate.
It's not. It's not hand cleaning really well.
Let me spray it. It's dry.
It actually looks like it.
Oh, yeah.
It has
Yeah, it's
varnish
cleaning up a
on
little
it,
bit.
yeah.
Yep.
And it's turning a little black, so.
Yeah, it's good.
That means that the other half is going to be
It's
around
gotta
somewhere,
be in there
Doug.
somewhere.
Well,
Or close by.
Or
didn't-
close by.
I
Close
didn't
by.
swing on it yet, but the pinpointer doesn't hear anything
Well-
else.
You can't go home today until you find the other half.
Let's clean it up. We'll see. I bet the hallmark's going to be on the other side.
I think it is.
But
'cause
I do think you're right that this was a piece of sterling. Yeah. What I wasn't sure about earlier is now cleaning up. So,
Do you
hey,
see
nice.
any lettering or anything?
No, I don't see anything. But hey, the first find of the day. Well, I'll say first find. We've got a lot of modern change so far.
So, that's a 25 right there. So
Maybe they had a nickel in it.
All right, Rich is going to try to dig up the second one, but if not, heck of a good start. And later on, Doug, I might go over there and check out that old barn that held the elephants. Why not? Maybe you could sleep there in the winter, Doug.
Okay.
All right, Trina and Frank got here. I gave Trina the double score, the brand new simultaneous multi-frequency. Oh, she's got something good. What number did it come up, Trina? And I'll try to make an educated guess. Okay, you're not
Well,
sure.
swing over.
Let's see.
42, 43 on the double score.
42, 43.
Isn't that a nice swinging machine? It's not that heavy.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't know what it is. I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to say it's a silver ring. Oh, wow, Trina. Did you touch it yet with human hands?
Not really.
All right, do you want to be the first
Did
one?
your pet monkey touch it? I did not.
No,
All right, here, you want to be the first one, Trina? It's your find. I don't want to touch your find.
you should touch it.
We'll touch it eventually, but it's bad luck if I touch your find before you touch your Oh, wow, look at that.
What do you think?
I think it's a silver ring, possibly.
Ring or earring?
No, it looks like a ring. It's a silver band. I'm guessing it's silver. I can't really tell.
No, there's writing. I saw it.
All right, let's clean this up and we're going to move it into the sun and get a good shot and see if there is writing and figure out exactly what you have here. That's a
great
good
job.
find. Way to go. All right, there's Trina's ring, and we did look at it as best we could. There is no markings on the inside, but if you could see it, it's very wonky. It's like thin in some areas, thicker in other areas. Might be handmade, or at least it's very crude. We think it's quite old. We're gonna say at least 1800s, Trina, and it's very small. I mean, it barely fits on my first knuckle. Now, I do have very giant, manly man hands. But it's probably a little kid's ring, but super cool. I mean, last time we were with Trina, she found the best stuff, and now here we go. Fast forward 8-9 months later, again the best stuff.
Awesome.
You are super awesome, and I'm glad you're here because it's not we'd be finding nothing. Look how good she looks too. Awesome job, way to go.
Thanks.
All right, well, we were all out here on the side of the yard. Paul, the property owner, he found his first thing already. It's a lion cookie cutter, which I was trying to connect to the possible Barnum and Bailey farmhouse next door, but just a cookie cutter. But he said he got his very first coin, doesn't know if it's old, new.
Looks like it might be something right here. It looks like maybe a quarter. No,
Ooh.
maybe it's not. Maybe that's not the only thing. Oh, maybe it's nothing good.
Well, right here. I don't think it's a quarter. I think it's aluminum, but it could be a token. Or is it a punch out, like an electrical punch out?
Yeah, maybe that's nothing good.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, Paul. I think you're turning it off and on with your thumb on the button. Darn, I think it might be
Junk.
just a circular piece of junk, yeah.
I'm still getting something down.
Well, you probably have the piece of it that broke off. You got a bit of a heartbreaker here, Paul. But, let's see, maybe, and you don't forget, you got to keep your shovel a decent away because that pinpointer's sensitive. All right, Rich Van Winkle said he's got something. He said this is the low tone game. What do you mean by the low tone game, Rich?
Well, everything we've been finding has been modern for the most part, and we've been digging a lot of high tones. So I switched gears and I'm dug at 29. It's a 27 now out of the hole.
Oh, let me see what it is on my machine. Hang on.
Right in there. And I was
Yeah, a little lower than that. Oh, you were rewarded with something.
Yeah, gonna need to brush it, but I saw enough.
I don't see anything.
Right there.
Oh, is that a button?
I think it's a two-piecer.
Oh,
but
you
I'm
son
not
of a
sure.
gun.
The shank's gone, but I think it's gonna be something good. Something I've never found actually.
Ooh. Look at that awesome decoration on there. Four
What do
different
you-
images.
What do you see?
Well, it looks like there's a person there with their arm up in the air, almost like Liberty.
And there's a crown at the top.
A crown at the top, and the bottom could be a boat.
And I think there's something around the edge. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's writing or design.
Let's try to brush it, and I'll do a Google image search on it. I've never seen anything like it to know exactly what you have here, but I have a feeling it's going to be super duper cool. It already is super duper cool. If we can figure out what it is, it'll be super duper cooler. All right, well, there's Rich's button, and couldn't really get much more off it than what you saw already. The crown at the top looks like a woman with her right arm up in the air on the left side, a canoe with two people in it, and maybe a thistle or something on the right. Never seen anything like it, so I don't know exactly what the image is supposed to be. Hopefully we can get some more information on it, because at the moment I'm not sure, but things like this are exactly why we're here. Awesome find. All right, well, Doug's got something kind of interesting. I was filming something else. I heard him yell out like an ooh. He said he had something. He told me what it was. I won't say it yet. 10 seconds later, I heard another ooh, and then I heard another ooh. So
I was hoping with the numbers I was getting that it was going to be maybe an Indian, but it's still cool.
no, it is. I'm gonna, before I even show him, here's what it sounds like. I'm just gonna,
And there's also one in the plug.
let's take a look. It's a spill.
Right there.
Well, let me look down here first.
All right.
I see, oh, look at that. They've been sitting here so long, they've already dried out, Doug.
Sorry about that.
It's
I didn't think you'd want to.
no, but it's if it was one key, I'd be like, you know, keys are cool to find, maybe not the most interesting for video worthiness, but when you find 1, 2, 3.
And look.
Oh yeah, and then a 4th one, which I don't even know if this one has
And-
been touched yet.
No,
This one's a little shinier. Look at that. And what's cool is I love how they have that weird top on them. Like they're all super long.
they're definitely Chrysler. Probably
60s?
early 60s.
You think so? Early 60s?
Yeah.
Do you remember the last time one of us found a 4-key
I
spill?
know, you gotta brag. It was 4 skeleton keys, yeah.
I wasn't bragging, but I mean, how often do I hold 4
who
keys?
got that permission?
Yeah, you got the permission, but I got the good find.
That's right.
Well, today you got the 4-key spill,
Yeah.
Doug. There's
That's
actually
cool.
there's a really old car.
Somebody did a lot of walking that week.
There's a really old car, Doug, in that barn. They're going to drive it out of here in a little bit. It's like a 1940 something. We're going to get a little video of them firing the old machine up in a little bit.
These are all Chrysler.
Nice find, Doug.
Thanks.
All right, Rich has something almost on the property line between the two houses. Luckily, we did get access to the next house, although we're saving it for next week, Rich.
It's down at the bottom of the hole,
Let me see.
and you should probably get down there and uncover it on camera.
Oh, did you see it already?
I see it. I don't know what the heck it is. It's ringing up too high to be what it looks like.
Oh, wow, Rich.
Uh,
Are you thinking large cent or are you thinking token?
I don't know.
It looks beefy and busty. That's why I was thinking maybe a token.
But it looks golden color. But it was ringing up really high.
It's 100% going to be a token. Don't get your hopes up for $20 gold eagle.
No, I already know it's not.
Oh, but there is an eagle on it though, Rich.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw a...
Oh my god, what is this?
I don't know. Let me brush it.
Hold on, let me just see what it is if I can. I don't know what I'm looking at. I can't see enough. There's dirt all over it.
It's just a token.
It's a token, but I mean, I don't recognize the image offhand.
but I see. Young boys and children, clothes, caps, blankets?
Okay, so like a young kid's
Yeah.
general store. All right, let's brush it and we'll try to get a look at the image and see what it says. Maybe we'll get a store's name or address, which would be
Oh, it's from
fantastic.
New Orleans.
All right, there's Rich's token, and it's pretty darn cool, and it cleaned up pretty well, especially when I angle it right about there. Looks like it says NC Folger, which I guess is the company, 17 Old Level. And then at the bottom, it looks like it says Core Custom House Street, New Orleans. Core Custom, that's kind of weird. The back says clothing store, youth, boys, children's, caps, like you said, blankets, plantation goods, hats, and trunks.
I like that it says trunks at the bottom because it reminds me of Harry Potter.
That was the first really good thing you found by this old building, too. I thought this would have gave up some really good stuff. Possible smokehouse.
Well, maybe it will.
Just surrounded by old buildings. I'm surprised we haven't gotten anything from the early 1800s yet, but that might be the oldest thing of the day so far.
Maybe.
All right, as I was filming Rich's really cool token, Doug was screaming that he had something cool over here, only about maybe 15 feet where you found the Chrysler key spill, Doug.
Right. This to me looks like something that Rich found a part of earlier. Now I might be wrong.
It looks to me like an aluminum, like a measuring spoon.
Oh really? Really?
That's exactly
I
what
thought
it
it was.
is.
I thought it rang up too high, but that's okay.
I think it's aluminum.
Yeah, I think it is aluminum.
Yeah.
Throw it back.
Yeah, it's a measuring spoon.
I saw that shape and I thought, oh, that's part of a.
Part of a what? What do you think it was?
My heart,
Remember, he
the
bought
other
that-
half of my heart
He
locket.
found that
Oh, you
part.
thought it was the other half of his heart.
Yeah.
Nah, Rich still has a broken heart.
Did you see it yet?
You gonna come swing over it?
He said he's got something cool that everyone's going, yeah, I was going to swing over it. Why not? I like to see what numbers things
It'll
come
be
up.
funny when you do.
Let me see. Oh, what is that? Oh my goodness. I could probably hear it up here, Rich. No, I can't. Is that a gun?
A gun.
Look at the size of it. Holy cow. Oh, it's not a real gun.
No, it's
It's
not
flat on the other side.
But
It's like a wall hanging or something. Wow, that is wicked cool.
last thing in the world I was expecting.
Did you think it was a real gun when you first saw it, or did you feel the flats?
No, because of there's just the color of it. But I was still very surprised. I was digging a deep 57. I'm pretty sure it was going to be trash, you know?
Holy crap.
I think it's solid aluminum, Rich. Yeah, like a big solid piece of aluminum.
There's no markings on it anywhere. I bet you somebody made it.
Probably, and a lot of times I would think something like this you might have two, so you can kind of put them on the wall and like a, you know, facing each other like a gunslinger.
Yeah.
Well, hey, maybe Doug will find the other one. All right, well, the homeowner, Paul, said I could do a little tour, a self-guided tour of this old smokehouse, and I thought I'd bring you guys with me. I just wanted to kind of see what it looks like in there. This looks like something might even be hand-forged. Very cool. Here we go. Oh, it's cool. A little bit creepy, but cool. These walls are so thick, but they had to be thick to keep the heat and all the smoke in. Let me see if I get my light in there. You know, these smokehouses were so important because it was the only way they could cure their meat to get them through the winter time when there was no other food available. The roof you could see was replaced not long ago, but these two rafters are all charred, so they were in use not long ago. And these two actually look hand-hewn to me, may have been salvaged. Now, Paul told me the last time this was repointed was in the 1950s, and it doesn't look bad. He wasn't sure what these cutouts were for, and I'm not positive either. Normally a smokehouse, all of the smoke and heat would leave out of the roof, and these are capped, so I don't know if these would have been for airflow or not. Now, they said when it was repointed in the 50s, this window was added, which would make sense because smokehouses didn't usually have windows. They would have hung all the meat from the ceiling, typically pork. You wouldn't want to kill your cow. And it looks like the door frame are hewn timbers, trying to get it nice and square. The smokehouse was such an important building back then, and without it, you might not have had enough food to feed your family through the winter. Let's close it up because you leave things exactly how you found them. Cool. Awesome old place. All right, we were all just kind of talking, Rich, and well, Rich wasn't here. Doug, Trina, me, the next door neighbor, who I won't show yet. We're going to show her next week when we do her house. So I was casually detecting, Doug. I had a scratchy 43. You just dug a modern penny. I dug a modern penny. I kind of had another one of those in mine, but I saw this pop out, Doug. Right there.
Oh!
Yes. And I thought it was going to be a memorial, so I did not. That's exactly what it is, a Barber dime. Well, that's like 3 houses in a row I've got a Barber, Doug.
It's time for you to get a haircut.
1914.
I'll tell you something.
Not a super old Barber, but that's nice.
Does it have an O mint mark?
Let me see.
That time.
Let me spray it just in case. Oh, I do think I see a mint mark on the bottom.
Well, that's where it would be.
Oh, that's where it was? Something, they didn't move it to the rim? All right, Doug is on spray duty. This is about as good as a job as I can expect. It's actually was pretty good, Doug.
Not bad, no.
I don't see a mint mark on it, though.
Well,
And I'm just kind of smearing it, but that's okay. But still, the oldest coin of the day so far, the first silver coin, second piece of silver, well, third piece of silver, I guess, with the that little heart thing.
right.
And 1914, World War I era, so
Nice.
not bad. And I've been on quite the Barber streak. The homeowner's gonna like that. He said the one thing he was excited about
Was getting some older coins.
old coins, yeah, and it's the first old coin we found, so he might be napping, but I'm gonna go knock on the door and wake him up because I think it's gonna be worth it. Heck of a good find. Check that out, Catherine. All right, Trina, not far from where you got the silver ring, Trina. You using that double score, you liking that machine?
Yep.
Shout out to Nokta, they make quality products. And let's see what she's got here. Oh, I see a circle. It almost looks like maybe an old brass curtain ring.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's got a lot of weight to it. I think it went over a curtain rod. But that big piece of brass probably sounded incredible on your machine because that's the kind of desirable metals that they look for specifically. Maybe not this piece specifically, but this type of material. So, and you're down there quite a ways too. It looks like you got about 6-7 inches of depth. So that's where the old stuff's going to be. Still pretty cool find. I know you're not your most exciting thing ever, but I think it's coming. And I know you're not going to give up. Way to go. Wonder Twin Powers, activate.
Yeah.
going to.
All right, Rich has got something else. Rich has to leave early today, so I said, Rich, you can't leave till you find at least 4 things. I think you've already surpassed that, so at least you're,
This is number 4.
yeah, at least you're off the hook. Oh, you're digging low tones.
I am.
Wow, good for
Paying
you.
off.
Well, I was saying, I was
Tiny
telling
little-
Trina, sometimes you never know. Gold coins could ring up really weird, as well as
heart
tiny
shapes.
little heart-shaped things. Well, it's your second heart, and I think there's a design on the front too,
Yeah.
Rich. I think.
There is.
Is that a locket or just a charm?
Probably just a charm, but I don't know. We found lockets about this size before.
Yeah, I didn't look yet to see if there was a hinge.
Yeah, and there was probably a little stone set.
Oh, I
right
do
there.
see it. Yeah, you're right.
You can sift through the ground here if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Hold on, let me go get my sifting machine. Very nice, man. I mean, we're not finding the age that we wanted to yet for a house so old, but we are finding some interesting little things.
Right.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, Dog Tag Doug's got something interesting under the tree. Were you under the tree because old trees give up good stuff, or were you under here because
You know,
there's
I
shade?
love the trees.
Yeah, I do.
And the shade doesn't hurt either.
No.
You just dropped another brush.
I know. I drop so many brushes. That's why I lose them every single week. Now, that hole, Doug, looks like it's about 10 inches deep. Was it the bottom of the hole?
It was close to the bottom when I went to get the rest of the.
Oh, this?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Ooh.
I thought at first it might be a copper, but I kind of think it's.
I think it's a Tomback button, Doug.
Yeah, I do too.
If it's a Tomback, that could be
That's the age.
1700s.
That's right. That's the age we're looking for.
Oh, let me see.
I don't think it's Tomback. It doesn't shine.
Well, the concaveness looked like Tomback,
Yeah.
but
it might be a spun.
oh, it's got a nice shank on it, Doug.
That's good.
Ooh. No, it's not Tomback. It's a metal brazed shank.
Yep.
Probably still like 1840s or so.
Or earlier, a little bit earlier.
All right, 1839. All right, let's clean this up, Doug, and see what you got exactly here. And I want to get it in the sun so I can really showcase if there's a design on the front. Well, it's the oldest thing of the day. Well done.
Yep.
Well, there's Doug's button. It's kind of a strange one. I'm not 100% sure what it is exactly. It's very large, maybe $half size almost. No markings on this side. Slightly concave on the back. You can see it kind of dipping in. Very thin copper. And the shank just looks a little odd to me. You know, very thick wire shank. The one side is broken off. It's no longer brazed to the base of the button. It does look old. I just don't know if it's clothing or not, or if it's like a furniture type button. I'm not sure. But Doug and I have to leave early today, and we'll be back again next week for this house along with the neighbors. There you go, Dougie.
All right.
Nice
thank
find.
you.
Oh man, another awesome detecting adventure in the books with so many cool things that we found, like the sterling silver heart, the handmade silver ring, even the silver Barber dime, which turned out to be the oldest coin of the day. Plus all the cool relics that we found all around this property, even that amazing NC Folger token, which we didn't know a whole lot about during the video, but we sure know a lot more about it now. We're going to be talking about all that stuff, plus the home and the smokehouse this Thursday night on the Quarter After live stream, 7:15 p.m. Eastern, right here on the QuarterHoarder channel. Plus, we're going to be talking about last week's video where Rich found that amazing double-punched classic head large cent, one of the most valuable coins we found all year. There's going to be all sorts of laughs and funny background stories and some extra clips that I saved from this week's video to give you guys a little bit more. Again, this Thursday night, the Quarter After live stream, 7:15 p.m. right here on the channel. But otherwise, let me get out of here, guys. There's always so much to do and so little time, it seems. But thanks for watching, everybody. Happy hunting, and I'll see you Thursday night for the big live show. Later.